You know the name, you know the energy, the razor-sharp delivery, the untouchable swagger. Katt Williams isn't just a comedian, he's a force of nature, celebrated as a genius, but shadowed by chaos. A trail of victims, fellow comics, rappers, athletes, left in his wake for years.
Like, do you think Shaq could be a stand-up comedian? Who do you think?
I think that Shaq and Russell Simmons should get out of comedy and stay in their lane. They don't see us making a league of professional basketball players under 6 foot. So what qualifies these dudes because they got $100 million to come over in comedy and do Shaq's All-Star? Get out of here, you bum.
But here's the question nobody's been brave enough to ask until now. What happens when you cross the one guy in Hollywood who just doesn't care? Let me tell you something. Crossing Katt Williams isn't just a bad move.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
It might be the last career move you ever make. And one person learned that lesson the hardest way possible, the late Wanda Smith. What was supposed to be a lighthearted radio interview in 2018 instantly became an internet legend, for all the wrong reasons. It started friendly enough, but then the shift. A simple question about her kids, a subtle pushback, and just like that, Wanda gave Katt the one thing you never should, fuel.
How many kids you got, Wanda?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
He turned her into a laughingstock right there on live radio. But she made one fatal mistake. She crossed a line she never should have. She brought up his family. She dragged his criminal past into it.
Get on out of here with your crazy ass.
Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air.
Come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? And make sure...
The wig and the headphones come together.
And take off them old-ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had to open it up and show us it was Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't have to open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
Something they'd specifically agreed was off limits, and that was it. The point of no return. Katt unleashed a diabolical roast so brutal, fans called it a masterclass.
Get on out of here with your crazy ass.
Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Come here.
While you on air. So they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? And make sure...
The wig and the headphones come
and take
together.
off them old-ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had to open it up and show us it was Versace. I wanted to.
No, I didn't have to open it up. These people are on radio. They can't see anything.
But the real fallout was just beginning. Days later, an embarrassed and furious Wanda allegedly sent her husband to confront Katt, and things got so out of hand, a gun was reportedly pulled. Not long after, Wanda lost her job at V103. One interview, career gone. So why does that jail record hit such a nerve? Maybe because it's a sore spot for a reason. This man has a rap sheet longer than most of his specials. We're talking bottles smashed over heads, death threats to his own bodyguard, fights with teenagers, pool supply store employees, even slapping a Target worker and riding off on a motorized cart. For years, they painted him as a punchline, unhinged, out of control. But then, 2024, the Club Shay Shay interview, over 90 million views. Katt Williams took off the gloves and decided it was time to expose everyone.
It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I gotta call.
While most people thought this was just another instance of a comedian simply being hilarious, Wanda was about to make it clear that she didn't think it was all that funny. As just a couple of days after the interview aired, an angry and embarrassed Wanda allegedly told her husband to come confront Katt outside of a comedy club, leading to an incident where someone reportedly pulled out a gun on Katt. And you can argue that for this reason alone, Katt felt no remorse.
You did a number on him. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, this two comedians, what do you mean?
First on his list, Faison Love, a decade-long beef over a supposed $50,000 debt and a pulled gun. Katt didn't just deny the story, he accused Faison of being the ultimate snitch. He called him a liar, a bad comedian, and to put the final nail in the coffin, he got a pot-bellied pig and named it Faison. Message received, but he was just getting warmed up.
I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there. You would have to have range. Like, you're trying to create a character. You can't just be Faison in every movie. Like, you just gonna take your shirt off on every movie? Like, why does it say that in your script?
Man, let Big Worm live. Let him breathe, Katt. Stall him out now.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Next target, Cedric the Entertainer. And this wasn't just about insults, this was about theft. Katt has claimed for years that Cedric stole one of his signature jokes, the one about black people playing their music too loud to hear the car turn off. Cedric's version? A spaceship. But the proof is in the footage.
Right, so he thought that I was just a no-name comedian and that he could take this joke and nobody would know.
Right.
The issue was that I had already done this particular joke on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab and help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke. So this is not just a random joke, this is my very best joke and it's my last joke and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
You see,
The same arm movements, the same steering wheel turn, the same traffic directing bit, even though his car is a spaceship. It was a carbon copy. And when Shannon Sharpe pressed him, Cedric's defense crumbled. Another liar taken down in glorious fashion.
Can't say you stole one of his jokes.
Yeah, like, I mean, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? It was like the idea of the joke that he was even talking about don't even match up with no timeline. So for me, it was one of those things like...
Did you have a conversation? Did you guys sell it? Did you have a conversation with Katt?
Well, I responded to him the way he responded to me, but that's what I said as well. I've seen Katt, you know, even before then.
Right.
I've seen this guy 30 times. Like, dog, if you literally was that upset about it, like, dog,
just
why
step to him and say, hey,
yeah,
hey,
why didn't you say nothing? Like, that don't even make sense. This is some internet shit, and that's all I can say. So, you know, when I responded to him, he didn't respond back to me, and I left it at that.
Then came Michael Blackson, a petty feud festering since Friday After Next. See, Katt's Money Mike became a legend. Blackson's role became a meme. So when Blackson went on Drink Champs and joked about Katt fighting a teenager, the beef was back on.
Look at Katt Williams. Katt fought a 10-year-old kid, smoke crack, did everything. And if anybody gonna be black boy is Katt, but Katt is so likable and so lovable, Katt could go out and do a movie, do whatever he wants.
Katt confronted him on the set of Wild 'N Out, calling his African accent fake and telling him to step his game up. Blackson fired back online, offering to have Katt fight his 15-year-old son. The pettiness, it's unreal. But this interview was bigger than just settling old scores. Katt went for the jugular and exposed what he calls Hollywood's dirty secret, a conspiracy to emasculate powerful black men.
Comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson, who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, move those.
Katt piled on, saying he once told Blackson to ditch the dirty dashikis and step his game up if he wanted to be taken seriously.
This guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're gonna say that, you gotta go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody you gotta put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it.
He claimed his character, Money Mike, was originally written to be sexually assaulted. He talked about the pressure put on black stars to wear dresses for roles, a symbolic act of humiliation. He pointed the finger at Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, and Tyler Perry. He called out the gatekeepers, the very people who are supposed to lift others up, but instead he says they keep the doors locked tight. And that's when he turned his fire on the biggest names in the game.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got wrecked in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, guys, if we talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
right,
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy, and this comedy involves a rap, and rap is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting rapped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting rapped.
This is a conspiracy that Katt claims to happen in Hollywood every time a black man reaches a certain level of fame, power, or wealth. They face targeted humiliation, career sabotage, or image control.
All of these shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there.
So you wonder what they did to get that?
I told him no. What y'all do?
Kevin Hart. Katt called him an industry plant, a puppet who took humiliating roles Katt himself refused.
So I've already proven that if the best they got in comedy is Kevin Hart, don't you boo a black man working hard, baby. Even if that nigga's a puppet, it's not his fault. Don't get mad at me. Get what I'm saying? Just because I'm better than some black dudes don't mean I'm better than no black dudes. I'm saying, if you want to be mad at Kermit the Frog, don't be mad at Kermit the Frog. Be mad at Jim Henson. Don't say fuck Donald Duck when you really mean fuck Walt Disney. So I don't care nothing about what happens to Kevin. I just know that's somebody's hand stuck up that baby. You understand? So we in a puppet show, boo-boo, please believe it.
Their decade-long feud exploded back into the open, with Kevin clapping back on social media, mocking Katt's claim of reading 3,000 books a year.
He figured out how to play basketball from reading all the books.
3,000 of them.
3,000 a year.
A year.
And that's 2 a day. At 6 years old. That's 2 a day. Who knew he was so voracious?
At the age 7, he got accepted to I think it was Delaware University.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never made public news.
No, ever.
The ultimate sellout. He even suggested Rock's infamous Oscar slap was rehearsed for a $50 million Netflix payday.
15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey. He accused them of being the worst kind of gatekeepers. He called Steve Mr. Potato Head and revealed a bombshell that Steve Harvey didn't quit stand-up for TV. He quit because he lost a comedy battle to Katt Williams 16 years ago. But the wildest accusation was reserved for a rapper.
Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that part? What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? And now that he gone, you gonna act like he wanted to be a movie star. You stop it. You stop it. That man was funnier than all of y'all, and y'all thought y'all had one over on him. You thought he was black and ugly, and you were good looking, and he couldn't make it because you did. And that ain't the way comedy works. The king is the funniest. Period. Every time. And that's why no audience member was ever swayed.
Ludacris. Katt claimed they were both up for a role in Too Fast, Too Furious.
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were gonna pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done a... Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people?
Yes.
It's part of what they give you, okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200?
Sir, Fast and Furious is on what number right
10.
now?
He said it came down to a choice, a bizarre Illuminati ritual, and he implied Luda made a deal Katt never would.
See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns, Ludacris, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati, only Illuminati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for life. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious check. Afro with the sideburns. Yeah, that's my signature. Addiction's on the rise. Comedians check your temperature.
Ludacris fired back with a freestyle, denying it all, but the damage was done.
You understand why I try to take the high road, and always I'm cool because my core is strong and I'm okay with taking these jabs, because at the end of the day, I hope whatever it is that these motherfuckers that take jabs at me are trying to accomplish, I hope that they've accomplished that shit.
Right.
You know why? Because it has not hurt or put a dent in my legacy or me in any fucking way. So I allow them to do that because at the end of the day, I still love these motherfuckers. There's still a certain amount of history that we have with each other that if I stand on a certain amount of morals and integrity and just love, I haven't come to a point where I'm wanting to do tit for tat and bicker and babble and go back and forth with motherfuckers. Because when I see you in person, it ain't shit like what the was just talking about on camera. It's totally different.
Yeah. So what's the bottom line? Katt Williams is dangerous, not just because of his wit or his way with words. He's dangerous because he's the one guy who isn't playing by Hollywood's rules. He's got nothing to lose, a long memory, and an audience of millions who believe every word he says. You can love him or you can hate him. But if you're smart, you'll stay on his good side because the list of his victims is long and it's always looking for a new name.